Alright, what's going on, people? Finally got some of this stuff here. Some of this ELYXR LA Amanita mushroom sprinkled and not focused. This thing never... I hate this camera so fucking much, dude. I said the F word. Demonetized, even though I'm not going to be monetized anyway. There we go. Now you can actually read it. But yeah, it's... you get 10 of these in 4 different flavors, and that's the top, and then you get to look at all this snazzy artwork and stuff. 5,000 milligrams per pack, 10 pieces, 500 milligrams per mushroom, and the whole thing is the Pantherinas are supposed to be like 3 to 4 times as strong as the regular Muscaria. So that's the appeal, and it's supposed to be kind of like spiritual. Oh, look at that! You can see some of them. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I'll open this up in a little bit here and show you. But yeah, they also threw in some freebies, some orange flavor Delta 8 gummies. Always welcome. Some nice freebies and this cool little sticker. All right, looks like a Game Boy. And some type of Game Boy. It's pretty cool. Even the little bubble mailer. Look at that. Snazzy, like purple kind of disco vibe going on. I'm not going to show you the other side because it's still got the label on there, and I'm not trying to dox myself, so you guys know what the deal is. Let's, I'm going to try and like one-hand this because I'm holding, oh god, I am holding, this guy when it knows like flex the seal. Oh, we got like another. This was underneath the cap, so that's cool. I don't know, some artwork. Oh, it's like a... Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna like pause the recording and open this. Alright. We are back. And we don't have smell-o-vision, so you can't really smell. But man, these smell incredible. Like, these actually smell really, really nice. And it's kind of funny because part of the reason why these are sprinkled is because, like, I have tried other Amanita products, and yes, they do have a reputation for not tasting that great, just tasting kind of weird and smelling weird. These don't have that, at least in terms of smell. I'm gonna eat like one whole, I'm just gonna go all in on one whole gummy, I think, and then I'll report back, obviously, with the rest of the video in terms of like, I think the way I'm gonna do it is, I will come back in like 30 minutes after, like 30 to 40 minutes after I consume it, and then report on the initial effects, and then report on the after effects later on, somewhere down the line, because it, you know, these being gummies and edibles, and mushrooms are always generally going to be, well, not always, but usually they are consumed in some type of way like that. The effects of these are reported to, you know, last for quite some hours, not just 30 to 45 minutes or what have you. So I would give my thoughts on it in like 3 different parts, not counting this intro. Well, yeah, counting this intro actually. I don't know why I said it like that, but so yeah, like 30 to 40 minute time lapse, and then some random time lapse afterwards where I give my further thoughts on that. And I might do like a separate video down the line where I take like more than one gummy, but I'll just do one for now. And yeah, so that's the intro. Feel free to click my link, by the way, that I'm gonna have, which will, you know, you click on it and you go to the store and you can buy whatever you want, and I will get like a small commission out of that, and that's really cool, so that will help me out. I think first time purchasers also get like 25% off your first order or some shit like that, something crazy. So you should definitely, like, if you see this video and that deal is still going, you should definitely take advantage of that with my link. Wink wink. Alright, yeah, intro over. 4.5 minutes, my god. Alright people, what's going on? This is my after action report of the ELYXR Amanita Pantherina mushroom gummies. Alright, so, you know, I didn't even know what to truly expect going into this, because all I knew was that Amanita wasn't. It's not like psilocybin, so you don't really need to expect that. And I had actually tried some muscaria, some Amanita muscaria mushroom gummies before from a different brand. I think Galaxy Treats, and those, you know, those were supposed to get you blitz, but I did pretty much all three in one sitting, and I didn't really get much out of it. So I don't know, man. I don't know why, but like when it comes to me, like I'm just really resistant to gummies, no matter what it is. That being said, my experience with these was it was different because if you don't know, Pantherina is supposed to be like 3 to 4 times as potent as muscaria when it comes to Amanita mushrooms. That's the going figure. So with this ELYXR package here, you get 10 of them sprinkled, and the flavor was actually really good. I really enjoyed the flavor. I was surprised at how good the gummies were. There's 4 different flavors in there, and all 4 flavors were delicious. Like yes, I could tell that on some level there was like maybe 5%. You could tell like the TH, like not so much the THC, but the Amanita, you know, the extract and all that. You can kind of taste it, but overall it was pretty pleasant. I didn't really feel like, you know, wincing or like spitting it out or anything. So pretty good on that front. ELYXR nailed it on that front. But yeah, I do remember I ate the first one at like 9 p.m. and then I waited like an hour and I didn't really feel that different at all. And then I waited like another 30 minutes afterwards and I started to kind of feel elevated a bit, and then it kind of just tapered off. So I took another one like around, I think it was like around like 11 or 11:30 or 12. And I waited a while. I waited like an hour and a half or whatever. And I started to kind of feel elevated again, and I kind of felt like more of an effect, more of a buzz. So by then it was about like 2 in the morning, so I took a third, and I was like, alright, let's see where this goes. And around 3 a.m. I was starting to get frustrated because I just felt like a light buzz, and I wasn't getting like anything, and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is supposed to be, you know, this super fucking potent thing, and I just took 3 of these fuckers, and like, what the fuck? But then it was about like 3:30, and that was when I started feeling like, okay, like I'm starting to, like, my whole shit is starting to change, like my whole perception is changing, and that was really cool. So really, it was really subtle because it took so long for my system to, and I guess it probably would have helped if I would have like eaten something substantial to like help wash the gummy down. I was drinking a lot of water, but I probably should have eaten something, but to make it go faster. But it took a while, but once it started to kick in, I started to really kind of understand how this stuff was used historically, because historically Amanita mushrooms were used like a lot of other natural plants and herbs because it had psychoactive properties when ingested, and these obviously do have that. And I found myself, by the time it was about like 3:30 a.m., I was like, it started to go deeper, and it got crazy because of how long these effects lasted, and it was so subtle because it came on so slowly, and I was like starting to comprehend what was going on as the hours went on. So by the time it was like 4 a.m., like it was starting to come on a lot stronger, and it was just like the best way. Like historically, it was used as an entheogen. It was used in a lot of spiritual / religious ceremonies and traditions. From what I remember reading, it was like Native Americans and different South Americans were using it for that purpose. And I can understand the spiritual side, because not so much that you're going to be like hallucinating and seeing like visions or whatever, but more so in terms of like quote unquote maybe self-actualization or something. And I know it sounds like a cliche because popular media has like mocked so much of spirituality so much, and it just sounds so like trite and everything, but it really did produce a really strong sense of introspection, but not just purely just like forcing you to like think about, you know, random things that you don't want to think about, but more so it put me in a headspace where I felt that I could somehow, I was able to not only like see various moments from my past that were tied to various traumas, I'll say, or various, you know, some bad vibes that I didn't ever completely like wash off of myself or something like that. It allowed me to just easily see stuff and then somehow work it out by just, you know, I guess meditating on it, for lack of a better term. It's so hard to like intimate it, but that was basically what I was able to do, and I did that multiple times because on multiple days I was using these gummies. And not only that, but the trip, if you can call it that, because it was a trip, but it's different than what you might be expecting when you hear the word trip. Because usually when people hear the word trip, they think about like, oh, it's gonna be, you know, some crazy visuals and fractals and you know, all the hallucinatory, all that. Like, you know, this wasn't like that. Not for me. I don't know what other people's, because this is all such a new thing. It's such a new advent of this stuff appearing in like commonplace products like this. So I don't even know. Like, I've already searched other people's reviews, and like there's not a lot of like video accounts out there, and barely even text, even so I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna recount all this shit as best I can, because I do plan on experimenting with this stuff more in the future, because it's just fascinating. But honestly, like, I do this experience that I had, it really does reinforce my belief that yeah, you can use this stuff recreationally, but it's also medicinal. It's both. It's recreational and medicinal, because I was able to, there were multiple things that I was able to somehow like go look at, and I say go look at, but it was like an internal, like, I don't know, it's really hard to like intimate like such an intangible thing, right? Like, I don't know how to fucking really describe it, but people that have had this type of experience are definitely gonna know what I'm talking about. So, but yeah, not only does it allow you to do that if you want to do that, and I'm not saying that like if you do like a dose of this that you're gonna be forced into some crazy like couch lock, like self-reinforced nightmare trip, because I've had those before, taking like ostensibly non-psychedelic products, but it's nothing like that. It's just beyond that aspect, the introspective part, where it's like a kind of like a self-therapy. Like, it's not even like, it's like you with the universe, like the universe allowing you to or you with your higher self. I don't know. I'm just throwing out terms right now to try to make it a bit more understandable, or just somewhat more tangible. But yeah, outside of that, like I've been saying, it does promote physical relaxation as well. I felt some pain relief, kind of similar to CBD or CBG, things like that. I felt really nice physically, just really relaxed. The way that I felt when it first came on and it tapered off when I first took the first gummy, but it started getting magnified, so I felt really good. I felt really good, just all over the body. Yeah, so it felt kind of like, I don't even know, man. Like, this Amanita is a regenerative medicine. That's the way that I think I can call it. It's regenerative because it feels like maybe like a JRPG character, like whenever they have some crazy, like an ELYXR, like some rare healing item that the player can't find that often in the game. Maybe this is kind of like what that is. I don't know, but it's like, because if you take this stuff, it's like it was a completely positive experience. Like, I'm not trying to make this sound like dark or anything. It's just that it's powerful if you use it and you know what you have like a reasonable idea of what to expect. Because what I just reported, someone else might have a deep experience, but it might be deep in a different way. They might have a completely different experience, despite consuming the exact same thing that I consumed. So I don't know, but I bought the item and I consumed it and I enjoyed it. I thought the flavor was really good and I really enjoyed the overall effect. And I think it's a fascinating thing that it's able to even be purchased legally and consumed. It's really cool, and that's the way it should be. Because I've heard reports of, Amanita in particular, but also like HHC and HHCO and these various acetate forms being used to treat depression, anxiety, trauma, PTSD, like especially with like war veterans and stuff. Like, this stuff needs to be completely legalized and it needs to stay that way. It's great stuff. But yeah, like the Amanita, like effects wise, like I talked about the full body relaxation, the general just anxiety being taken down, no paranoia, like you sometimes get with Delta 9 THC, no paranoia, it was just really good, and it lasted a long time. And something weird happened, because after about like 5 or 6 a.m., where I was like really blissed out, there was just some point, something happened where I don't even know. It's just completely unaccounted for, because next thing I knew, it was like 11 a.m. So I don't know what the fuck happened in between like 5 and 6 and then 11. I don't know what happened. Like, I could have just passed out, but I feel like I straight up went to like another dimension or something, because I was just fucking gone, and I don't know. I have no recollection of it whatsoever. And if it was just me dreaming, I actually have like, I practiced over the years so long ago. It's so easy for me to like have complete recall over like what my dreams are, because I experimented with lucid dreaming before, many years ago. So like I know how to like easily recall dreams and study them or ponder them or whatever the fuck. So it wasn't even like a dream, like, at all. I was just fucking gone. So I don't know, man. Like, it wasn't scary or nothing, but it was just like, because I did like a big dose. I guess taking 3 would be considered a big dose, but that's basically what happened. Because each one is like, what? There were 10 in there. I think each one's like 500 milligrams.
It's 5,000 total, so yeah. But yeah, man, yeah, I recommend the fucking product, man. Like, if you fucking listened this far, I mean, you must be somewhat entertained by me. So hey, feel free to like the video, subscribe, you know, all that jazz, and also feel free to, like, if you have any interest in like this fucking Amanita product here that I just talked about, or anything, or you want to check out anything else on the ELYXR store, click my link, my referral link, because if you click that, it's just going to take you to the website, and anything you buy, I get like a commission, basically. Like, I'll get like a 25% cut, and that's really fucking cool. And also, this month, I don't know if it's gonna last like the whole month, because obviously it's April, it's 420, yo, whatnot. So like, but every time I go on the website, they keep talking about like first-time buyers. You get like just a straight up like 25% off whatever you buy. So you should definitely click my link to activate referral mode, which, you know, you won't even know that you're in that. You'll just, you know, then you can surf around. If you see something you like, you just add it to your cart, and then they're going to give you that 25% off code, and it might be free shipping. I'm not 100%, don't quote me on that, but I know it's like 25% off at the very least. So whatever you fucking buy, they'll hook you up with that. And yeah, man, get elevated, because it's fun and it's great, and it's, you know, it's Madison. I keep saying that in all my videos of reviews of the stuff, but like, I sound facetious when I say it, but it's true. It's Madison. It has helped me out a great deal, because I've been dealing with body pain from like both my knees have been wrecked for a long ass time, for me being a dipshit in my younger days, fucking around with extreme sports and all kinds of dumb shit, especially in high school and whatnot. And I mean, I love extreme sports. I'm not like blaming that, but it's just, you know, I did a lot of things in my life that were dumb physically that had me fucked up body wise. I got like upper right back injury that I've had since like fucking 2003. You know, so getting like relief from that without having to rely on like fucking pills and shit all the time of a dubious nature, it's great. But yeah, man, I'm rambling. Like, this shit is long. I don't know how big this shit's gonna be when I fucking have to upload it. It's gonna be like a massive video. But anyway, yeah, so that was my review of that shit. And also, I wound up doing, I think I had like 5 gummies left. So I did, on a different day, I did like 5. I ate all 5. So I guess I'll talk about that in a different video, obviously. Okay, so yeah, peace. Yeah, don't forget, click my link, damn it. I'm trying to get paid. LOL. Alright, peace everybody.